Yo, yo, yo. What's up? What's up? Hey, listen, guys. Hey, that was a calm little introduction, you know. Hey, but I'm back, guys, bruh. It's about time I hop back in this videos, in the studio. Okay, but let me quit the yap. Y'all can tell by the title, Monday Side Quest. Y'all might be wondering, yo, Adamu, what you doing, bro? This ain't the main storyline. I know, but who am I talking to loud? I'm gonna get to it though. But we not sad no more. We turn, guys. We turn. So, what we getting into first? So basically, Monday Side Quest. All right. Shoot. Basically, we're getting into a lot of things here. Okay. Now, I just realized, like, I know you guys probably want to see, like, oh, like how, you know, how do I say this? What I be doing and other things I be doing besides the acting and whatnot, you know, like the regular show and all that other stuff. I don't know if y'all like that or not. So I found a way if I could do all that in one heading. Now it's only gonna be 2 videos: Monday videos, Monday side quest, Friday videos, Friday main storyline. Okay. We don't got the Friday videos yet, but they come in, and once I come back, it's gonna be greater than ever. I promise. So let's get to it. Okay. Look, what better way to get started than doing Wordle, okay? I had a teacher who always do this at the beginning of class, and so, you know, as a writer or whatever, I guess I should do this too. First, we're going to start with quest. Now, we look at the time, it's 6:03. We only got a couple minutes, and I'm going to do this live with you guys, man. This is like, if we just going to thug this, all right? Quest, okay? That's the number one thing. Get all the letters out the way. Boom, click enter, and I be. Dang. Okay, I got to use other words. Okay. See? Ooh, yeah. Or grouch. Yeah, grouch. Couch. So there's an O in there. Okay, I gotta use more letters. I used almost every letter in here. Okay, so Waller? What? So ever forget it, guys. Hey, give me 1 more minute. Y'all can skip 1 minute ahead. I'm gonna be done with this bet. I'm gonna just guess, because at this point, it's taking too long. I don't know if my viewers even like this or not. What? I low-key might win this. Mold. Hey, man, I don't care. Let's get on to what we really wanted to talk about for today. Alright, let's get into what we really want to talk about for today. Okay? And that is, shoot, we're going to be reacting to something today. I haven't reacted in a minute. My last reaction was Dave Black, right? We're going to do something like that again. Alright, okay? We're going to do something like that again. Some slight, but I'm not playing the music. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. And I'm only reacting to share my insights on it. Y'all can play it in the background if y'all want, you know. But if y'all like music, y'all like to dig deep into it like I do, then we're gonna have fun on this calm little side quest. Alright, so next shot we're gonna be reacting to The Boy Who Played the Harp by Dave, the song itself. Alright? We're gonna get into that, and I'm gonna just talk about how I feel about it, because it really resonated with me, I would say. So we're gonna do the whole thing. Yes, the whole thing. Yes. Alright? And I'm gonna tell y'all why it resonates with me as we go on. That's all more I can say. That's it, guys. Guys, we on Genius right now. Hey, I mean, I have it playing right next to me, so y'all might as well go do the same, and let's just get right into it. Alright, so forget the intro. You know, I don't even know when they said that in the song, but we got this part. So first, we got this whole first section right here. Well, basically, you know, if you know the song, basically think about what he was doing. What are you guys doing? If y'all was alive in 1912 and Titanic was sinking, Not gonna lie, I can't imagine being in a situation like that. I can't say I'm gonna let the woman and children go, but I can only say that if it's my family. Like if I know them, that's my blood, then I might just let them go. But I don't know if that's not my blood. I don't know. But uh, I like this reference here. You know, Battle of Karbala. If they catch me for the sake of my father, would I stand on my honor like Hussein did until to make me a martyr? So if y'all don't know the backstory, it's a long, long story. But I just really love that because I'm Muslim as well, and that is a Muslim reference. Yeah, they were Muslim. All right. Yeah, I really like this here. Okay, we're gonna skip over here. We're gonna skip until we get here. Right. Like, look right here. It's like, what would I do in the next generation? Think about it though. Like, in the next generation, I'm assuming he's saying like, basically, what would I be doing in another life, basically? Man, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. Like, I was watching Dracula last night. It's hard to say that I'll go to war. War is just too crazy. But people went to war, and they were doing that for what I fight for justice. Is the reason my mom named me David. If y'all don't know that reference, I'm assuming he's referencing David and Goliath. He was fighting the big giant, and he hit him with a slingshot. But what I fight for justice, these two, they go hand in hand. What would y'all do in the next generation? I mean, I would like to think my bigger dream is fighting for justice, but man, like, getting physical about it, dang. I think if I had something that was worth dying for in the moment, I would die for it. But right now, it's kind of hard to say that, oh, I would die for something. Like, no. People just say that. I feel like you cannot say something like that without being tested. I don't want to be tested with that. I'm not going to lie. So, let's just, yeah. How can you be king? How can you be king when you don't speak for the people? Now this is where the BFK Black Fame, comes to be. And I don't speak about it much. I really don't. So that's why when I make these videos like this, it's like you guys are actually getting insight into basically the higher goal. And like, it's like y'all watching a Cocoon. Like a Cocoon, y'all don't know what's happening, but like when you watch these videos, it's like what you see what's happening inside the Cocoon. You feel me? So how can you be king? How can you be king? Don't speak for the people. I do through my writing. Y'all just don't see it. I do speak for the people and speak on a lot of things that y'all just don't see. And so, yeah, I agree. How can you be king if you don't speak for the people? Right? All right, next. Afraid to speak because I could only risk my occupation. Okay. This is something that I cannot go for. If you can have all the money in the world, but to have no influence sucks. Think about it. If you got influence, you can influence 1 million people to give you $1. But you cannot, with the $1 million, influence 1 million people to give you $1 million. $1. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? So yes, I would hate to not be able to speak on what I want to speak on. Because what you mean? I don't got freedom of speech. Ain't that like our Second Amendment or whatever? First Amendment, freedom of speech. But this is what the world's come to, right? Freedom of speech is not there. No, I don't support hate speech. Like, hate speech, like, deliberate just hating on. Like, you can debunk somebody, disagree. But hate speech, like, F this, F that. Like, what purpose does that make? Maybe you could say, I don't agree with that. That's bad. This is why it's bad. But go. Yo. This, I mean, I don't know if he talking about ice or whatever, but shoot, this goes back to this, bro. I don't care. Influence, power over money. I'm not gonna lie. I question what I'm alive for. And can you say you're alive if you ain't got nothing? If you ain't got something you're willing to die for? I question what I'm alive for. I know my purpose of living. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. That's kind of hard to talk about. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. And saying I don't know is okay, And can you say you're alive if you ain't got something you're willing to die for? Can you though? What do y'all think? Can you save your life if you ain't got something you're willing to die for? What am I willing to die for? I'm literally asking myself, like, what am I doing in this generation? But what am I willing to die for? Not gonna lie. If they said, yo, bro, I don't know. I actually don't know. Because once you die, you're kind of gone. So why would I die for something? I don't know. Unless I had a guarantee that my death will... How do I say this? If I had a guarantee that my death will put forth the upcoming and the dreams that I had and bring it to life after me for the people that I care and love about, then I guess I'll die for it. Besides that, I ain't really trying to die for that. And there's one other thing I wanted to die for, but nah. I'm gonna spell it out real quick. TRUELOAV. Okay? But I wish I could just tell you about that, but let's get to it. Alright, I'm getting in my head sometimes. That's what I always do. I feel like I'm in despair, the feeling of total powerless. I get that sinking feeling that good and defeating evil. I love this verse so much because I be feeling like that. I feel like I'm in despair. Like, I just feel like, dude, I'm doing all this stuff that nobody's even seeing. I'm like, yo, one day I'm going to make the world a better place, this is that. But it's like, yo, like, you just powerless. And if y'all seen Romanji was actually inspired by me, my inner feeling of that feeling of total powerlessness. Like, and then you can see how Romanji handled that. That's what I feel like I should do. You feel me? Take it out on Trey or something like that. Yeah, I get that sinking feeling like good and defeating evil. I do get that feeling, but I don't know. I'm full of optimism. You know what that is? Like, for people that don't know what that is, it's basically hope and seeing light through every piece of darkness in the world. So I agree with the first half, but the second half, that good and feel, I feel it sometimes, you know. But nah, I feel like good is gonna win at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I do believe in the paradise, and that's the good, and hell's for the bad. And we could talk about why that should or shouldn't, why there's actually justice behind that, why I believe it is. But you know, I feel like that's the truth. But you know, despite this being the boy who played the harp, and I know it's like he's Christian or whatever, but you know, I can have my Muslim insights. I don't know what they're talking about. I actually don't know what they're talking about, so I don't want to speak on it because, you know, I don't want to speak on something I don't know anything about. I like the general stuff, you know? Okay, now this talk with his ancestors. I'm going to read it out to you guys and then we can go over it. He said, in the next generation, I spoke with my ancestors in the night and they showed them. They spoke with tears in their eyes for the birth they'd lost and said it was progress. How can it be progress? I asked them, confused, disgusted. They say, David, just so you can fight, do you know how much suffering touched us? You got a chance. We come from a time and a place where you couldn't get justice. Had to find peace in the fact we were all ancestors to the one that we trust in. And in our generation, we did be peaceful protests just like you, burned buildings just like you, did boycotts just like you, sat in a hostel powerless, did feel powerless just like you. I know that may sound strange, but we made some change and we're just like you. Yo. Okay, well, I love this verse. Okay, let's just start. I spoke with my ancestors, you know. I'm assuming it's figuratively, you know, but hey, we don't know bro's beliefs for real. But I'm assuming it's figuratively, and he said they spoke with tears in their eyes for the road they lost and said it was progress. Like, I feel like that's like a coping mechanism for them, and that's how they probably felt. And I don't know, it just feels so real because if they were talking to ancestors, I feel like this is something they would say. And then he said, "How can it be progress?" I asked them, confused, disgusted. Then disgust is kind of crazy because I know he's mad. Like, circle back to right here, he was mad. Like, he was mad that, like, yo, like, I'm powerless. Like, what are you saying there's progress? Like, it's not progress, basically. He's mad about that. They said, David, just so you can fight this, you know how much suffering touched us? Now, I just internalized this. I said, yo, Adamu, like, do you know how much suffering touched us? Like, dang, like, the people in the past, they're really suffering and all that, especially like my great-grandfather Mashemba. Like, he was really, I don't know what he was doing, but everything that he did led to my father being a good father to me. And so I don't know, that suffering, I feel like there were people that suffered before me for I can walk, you know. That's why I would love to see my lineage and love to keep my own lineage, because, and their stories as well, you know. But just for we can finalize what I really want to say about this here, it's just beautiful how there are people before us that fought for us for this day. Whether any part of history, there are people that fought for me and you can have the faith we have, and um, you know, of course the skin color thing. I feel like that's never gonna go away. You know, because I don't know, people, humans, and yeah. So I really appreciate the suffering that they did for us, and I know that I have to suffer for the people that are coming after me in order for we can all make the world a better place. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Making the world a better place. But man, why is that we gotta make the world a better place? Why can't humans just make it good? But see, now that's a topic for another time. But let's get to the next you know? And you got a chance. We come from a time and place where you couldn't get justice, had to find peace in the fact we all answered to the one we trust in. So I'm assuming these ancestors were like enslaved. You know, we all got enslaved ancestors somewhat, right? Especially us as black folk, right? We come from a time where you couldn't get justice. That sucks. That actually sucks. Right now you can actually get justice somewhat, but you know that's still rigged. The people in power are always tripping. Power tripping. Alright? And had to find peace in the fact we all answer the one that we trust in. God, right? That's all I'm assuming. Like, you know, that's kind of sad. Like, you just gotta find peace in the fact that we all answer to the one that we trust in. We all gonna answer to him, and you gotta find peace in that. That's all they could do. But they moved on. The next people in the next generation, they said we did supposed to just like you, burn buildings, and did all this just like you. And yeah, I think that's pretty explanatory. He's basically advancing his different stages of his ancestors, right? Yeah. They say, which one matters more, the music or the lyrics? But like when I hear lyrics like this, I be like, the lyrics, you know? Because look, so step in your purpose, speak for your people, share your secrets, expose your emotions. You might not see, but there's people that need it. Look, I'm saying I gotta step in my, like, I internalize this, and this is me, my side quest, right? So that's why I'm sharing this, because it has meaning towards me. I gotta step in my purpose, speak for my people, share all my secrets. I mean, I've been doing that lately, right? I shared some writing with you guys. I shared a poem, a short story, basically exposing my emotions. You may not see it, but the people that need it. And I got a quote on my wall. I don't know if y'all seen the vision board. It said, "Someone out there needs your writing," and it's like, at the end of the day, there's people. I don't know. You never know, because everybody did start from the tippity top bottom. Like, we were all babies before, so it's like there might be people that need it, and I don't feel like Allah put this in my head for no reason. So I'm gonna just keep writing and step my purpose, speak for my people. When it's time, I'll speak for my people, and I'm gonna share all my secrets, expose my emotions, because as a writer, my writing comes from my emotions, right? You may not see it, but there's people that need it. So guys, I actually haven't been reading these things on the side, you know, barely. I've interpreted this as I will, because this is art at the end of the day, right? And I know Dave wouldn't deny that this is art. And so art is to be interpreted however it is to be interpreted, I feel like, you know. But the author or the artist has his way and what he intended, but it is meant to be, you know, interpreted however. So, but that is all, you know. That is all. I just really related to this, and that's all for Dave, the boy who played the harp. And hope y'all learned a little bit about me, and we're gonna dive into the next thing, okay? Yo, I hope y'all enjoyed this vid. Hey, it was something calm, something slight. Y'all might have learned a little bit about me. I might have heard a little bit of insight. But nah, I'm not really a rhymer or a rapper, so I'm gonna just keep it genuine with you guys. Hey, we back at it again. It's Monday's side quest. Adamu's up out of bed. Look, my bed's right there. I just keep rapping today. I don't know why. But I do have a couple songs out if y'all ever want to hear those or whatever. But hey, I love y'all guys, and see how we going. See y'all next Monday. Consistent every week. I'm back at it again. I'm in it for the win. I'm in it. Alright, see y'all guys. Love.